Deep in the jungles of Central America, scientists pointed a laser at the trees and saw a hidden world they didn't even know existed. Entire cities, superhighways in the middle of the rainforest, massive pyramids, fortresses, canals, all of it is completely invisible from the ground. Overnight, this one discovery forced experts to admit we were wrong about Maya, very wrong. How did an ancient civilization build a megacity network in a dense jungle? Without metal tools, without wheels, and without modern machines. Even today, scientists still can't fully explain what they found. Stay with me, because the more you see, the stranger the Maya become. Before we get to the discovery that shocked the world, let's rewind. The Maya civilization flourished in what is now southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. They were at their peak from around 250 to 900 CE, building towering pyramids, advanced cities, and a writing system made of beautiful hieroglyphs. They invented one of the most sophisticated calendars in the ancient world. They developed mathematics with the number 0 centuries before it appeared in many other cultures. They tracked planets and eclipses with shocking precision. But for a long time, archaeologists thought Maya cities were small, scattered, surrounded mostly by jungle and a few farms. Nice pyramids, impressive astronomy, but nothing like modern cities, right? At least that's what everyone believed, until scientists started firing lasers from planes over the jungle, and the jungle fired back with secrets. In the last decade, researchers used a technology called LiDAR, light detection and ranging. Imagine flying over a dense jungle in a small plane. On board is a machine that shoots hundreds of thousands of laser pulses every second toward the ground. Most of those lasers bounce off the leaves and branches, but some slip through the gaps and hit the earth below. By measuring how long the laser takes to return, computers can strip away the trees and generate a 3D map of what's underneath. When scientists did this over huge areas of Guatemala and Mexico, they expected to find a few new structures. Instead, they saw an entire hidden landscape. Not just one city, but thousands of buildings, platforms, causeways, reservoirs, defensive walls, and pyramids are all connected. Tens of thousands of previously unknown structures suddenly appeared on their screens. What looked like an empty jungle was a massive urban network. We're talking about raised highways stretching for kilometers, arrow-straight roads built up above swamps and rough ground, huge agricultural terraces and canals that could support large populations, defensive ramparts and walls, suggesting warfare on a serious scale, pyramids and platforms in carefully planned layouts aligned with celestial events. To put it simply, the Maya weren't just building a few ceremonial centers. They were running what may have been a densely populated, interconnected civilization in a place we once thought was uninhabitable at that scale. And this is where scientists started to get uncomfortable. The LiDAR scans forced archaeologists to upgrade their mental image of the Maya. Before, isolated city-states with some farms around them. After LiDAR, wait, this looks like a Maya megaregion. Based on the density of structures, some researchers now estimate that millions of people may have lived in these jungle cities at the same time. Think about what that means. To support that many people in a tropical rainforest, the Maya needed advanced agriculture, terracing hillsides, redirecting water, designing canals and reservoirs to survive harsh, dry seasons. Massive labor coordination, organizing tens of thousands of workers to build roads, temples, and city walls without metal tools, trucks, or beasts of burden. Social and political systems, kings, nobles, priests, merchants, farmers, all somehow coordinated over long distances through those raised causeways. And yet, modern experts are still struggling to answer some basic questions. How did they manage the environment so precisely for so long without destroying it? What kind of government can coordinate projects that span dozens of kilometers in dense jungle? How did they move stone and goods over these causeways with no wheels in everyday use? LiDAR didn't just show more ruins, it revealed a level of complexity that doesn't match our old story about jungle tribes with pyramids. Instead, the Maya starts to look more like a network of ancient eco-engineers and city planners. And the weirdest part, even with all this brilliance, their major cities collapsed. Around 800–900 CE, many of the great Maya cities in the southern lowlands were suddenly abandoned. Monuments stopped being carved. Royal palaces fell silent. Jungles began to swallow once busy plazas. For years, scientists suggested different causes: droughts and climate change, over-farming the land, warfare and political instability, trade routes shifting to other regions. But the new LiDAR discovery makes the puzzle even harder. If the Maya had such sophisticated systems, roads to move people, and goods terraces and reservoirs to manage water, defensive structures to deal with conflict, then why couldn't they adapt to environmental stress? How could a civilization capable of turning vast rainforest into a carefully managed landscape suddenly lose its grip? Some researchers argue that the very scale that LiDAR revealed, the huge population numbers, the massive infrastructure, may have become their weakness. The system was efficient, but also fragile. If a series of droughts hit, or if wars intensified, a complex interdependent network could collapse faster than a simple small village. Others suggest we may be missing pieces of the story entirely. Lost cities still under jungle, inscriptions not yet found, data we haven't read correctly. And that's the strange irony. The more clearly we can see Maya civilization from the sky, the less sure we are that we truly understand it. And the LiDAR megacity discovery is just one part of the Maya puzzle. There are still things about them that scientists can't fully explain, such as Maya blue, a vivid blue pigment that stayed bright for centuries, even in harsh tropical conditions. We know some ingredients, but exactly how ancient Maya chemists perfected it and why it's so durable is still being studied. Astronomical precision. Maya priests could predict eclipses and Venus cycles with impressive accuracy using only naked eye observations and math. How their observational systems developed to that level without modern instruments is still being explored. Urban planning with cosmic alignment. Many temples and plazas seem aligned with solar events, Venus, and key dates in their calendar. We can measure the alignments, but we still debate exactly why certain orientations mattered so much and how everyday people experienced those cosmic designs. The point is, the more we dig, or in this case, the more we scan from above, the more the Maya push back and say, you haven't figured us out yet. A few years ago, if you asked most people about the Maya, they'd probably mention 2012, a pyramid, and maybe a calendar meme. Now, because of this one radical discovery, laser beams cutting through the jungle, we see them differently, not as a mysterious vanished people who disappeared, but as master builders, planners, astronomers, and engineers, whose full story is only just starting to emerge. Scientists can map the roads, they can count the buildings, they can model the population. But the deeper questions, how did they think? How did they organize? What did it feel like to live in a jungle megacity? Those are still open, and that's why this Maya discovery is so powerful. It doesn't close the book, it opens a new one. If you'd like me to cover more ancient mysteries like this, from lost cities to unsolved scripts, hit subscribe, tap the like button, and tell me in the comments, what do you think happened to the Maya? Did they collapse? Did they adapt and move? Or are we still looking at the evidence the wrong way? Thanks for watching. And remember, history is not just in textbooks. Sometimes it's hiding under the trees, waiting for a laser to find it.